everybody, and welcome to That's My Opinion, episode 5. Forgive the delay. We have a change of scenery today. We're working on borrowed time, and I'm sorry I didn't post this on Tuesday, but I didn't have a voice then. So today's movie is Identity Thief. Alright, it's going to be a quick review this week. We're just doing one movie this time. So, Identity Thief is about Sandy Patterson, who's a hard-working straight man who finds himself having a rotten day of card declining, being arrested because of the shenanigans caused by Diana, an identity thief stealer in Florida. The only way to get his life, which has gone topsy-turvy on him, to get back into the swing of things is to bring her back to the state of Colorado to clear his name of all of her handiwork. That's the plot for you. My review will be good. It made me chuckle, but I was kind of disappointed. I mean, I was really looking forward to it, and it didn't live up to its standards. The good that it was funny. Jason Bateman and Melissa McCarthy really carried this movie as far as the laughs are concerned. The movie itself could be compared to Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, or the most recent movie Due Date with Jim Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr. And while it could be compared to those movies, it wasn't as good as those movies. The problem I didn't have with it was not so much that it had been done before, but just that it wasn't as good. It wasn't as classic funny. Another good part to it was seeing the side actors, such as Jon Favreau, which was nice to see him away from behind the camera to do his little piece of work for this. And John Cho, he's always a nice addition to the scene. John Cho, I have found to be is a very good partner with type of actor. He does, of course, Harold and Kumar. He's recently in the show Go On with Matthew Perry. He plays his boss. He plays Jason Bateman's boss in this movie, and actually he really kind of makes. He's a very good side character. It was nice to see him. I'm going to be looking forward to him in the next Star Trek movie as Sulu. So it's hard to believe that John Cho is going to be 41 this year. I mean, he just doesn't look it. I don't know. Perhaps it's his Korean blood, but he looks much younger. The bad was that it wasn't as funny as I wanted it to be. There's lots of times that you had to take the characters seriously. Melissa McCarthy shows this serious point at one moment, and it's actually several times. There's several times that she breaks down and becomes really serious in this comedy of farce. And it throws it off, kind of. It's like, oh, are we supposed to be feeling good for this character? Oh, look, a happy ending. I don't know. It's nice to have a happy ending. Due Date had a happy ending, but it was still funny. And it all kind of was like, oh, good, it was worth all that. And this one, it didn't feel that way. I just felt it wrapped up, and I didn't want to take her seriously because it was a comedy. There are also some misleading characters. This woman, Diana, the character, was being chased by some hitmen and a bounty hunter played by Robert Patrick. You know him from. As they were chasing her throughout the film, I guess it left for some comedy opening, but I didn't feel it was really funny. I thought it was like we were supposed to be scared for her because she was chased by these people, and therefore not funny again and taken seriously, which I wasn't looking forward to doing. I wanted to laugh. I did laugh at the comic genius of Jason and Melissa, but I didn't think that the movie carried itself as a funny movie. One other thing I wanted to point out was that it was a cross-country movie. We're supposed to be going from Florida to Denver, Colorado, and all we see is Georgia. I know that the movie is filmed in Georgia, and Georgia is a big place to start filming things nowadays, but we really didn't see much of any other city, and if we're supposed to be spending a week long going cross-country, then why are we only seeing one state? I felt like they left out some of that. Lastly, the ugly. I'm going to pick that I'm not sure we needed to hear and see the animal lovemakings of the character Diana and Big Chuck. There was a scene, and it was comical because Jason Bateman was trying to also not hear all these sounds, and that was funny too, but It was kind of disturbing. It was a disturbing moment. Although the funny part of it is that it was played by Big Chuck was played by Eric Stone. We know him from Modern Family, the gay guy in Modern Family. So it was interesting to see him play something that I mean I knew I recognized him. I went, where do I know? Oh my gosh, that's the gay guy from Modern Family. It threw me for a loop to see him as a straight country guy and see him boning Melissa McCarthy. I don't know. It just, I'm gonna pick that as my ugly because that was something I kind of shielded my eyes away from during the movie. So, and while I picked the sex scene as the ugly, I would like to point out that I'm no Indiana Jones. I don't have a fear of snakes, but there is a snake scene that literally had me jumping out of my chair. And I'm not going to say it's ugly, it was part of the funny, but it was really kind of hard to handle. So if you have a phobia, to be aware that it's a little hard to take. That would be my review. I'm not sure what we're seeing next week. I hope you enjoyed my brief review this week. Have a good Valentine's Day.
Okay, all right, so that's where we'll draw the line.
With Valentine's Day approaching, I'm going to recommend Warm Bodies if you're going out to see a movie because that is a good date movie. Although for a date night movie, I'm not going to recommend Les Miserables. As wonderful as it is, and you should definitely see it before the Oscars. I saw it again this weekend, and it is a very sad movie. It's you're going to cry throughout the whole thing, and that's not how you want to spend your Valentine's Day. If you're looking to watch a movie at home to cuddle with, Wall-E is one of those great love movies. When Harry Met Sally, another one of those great love movies. Love Actually, even though it's Christmassy, is one of those just wonderful, heartwarming, full of love movies. Those are my recommendations for this Valentine's Day. I'm not sure what we're seeing next week, but stay tuned and we'll do this again. Thanks.
Okay, all right, good talk, Coach. Thanks.
This